I just dropped the deuce in the family. Swear that extended clip look like a banana. I just dropped the deuce up in the family. And I don't fuck with 12, so don't read them around it. I just dropped the deuce in the family. Swear that extended clip look like a banana. I just dropped the deuce up in the family. And I don't fuck with 12, so don't read them around it. I don't fuck with 12, so don't read them around it. And I don't give a fuck about you fucking nana. All my brothers on the block stay with them helmets. And they ain't building houses, they pull up and blame it. You ain't talking money, there ain't shit to say. Calling up the plug, I need a zipper day. Holding out your knotwood, that's a giveaway. You a pussy bitch, it's in your DNA. I feel like I'm Holloway, I turn that deuce to a dub. I feel like I'm Holloway, I hit that lean with the cut. Hit that lean with the cut. This is swamp in my cup. I just got a pint through the mail, man. I be smoking dope with my mail, man.
Before I begin this promo, I need to remind you all of how you thought of me as just some bitter former champion trying to get me some shine. You thought I was just butthurt that I lost my belt, my talk show, my sponsors, my job, my home, and all my worldly possessions in one swing of a dick that smells like the fucking nanny. Yet here we are. Look at what's happening now. In case you are new to what goes on in NPON, I'll recap. I was the greatest world champion of all time. I had a top-rated talk show here in NPON called the Deuce Hole. I had more sponsors than I could fit logos on my gear. Life was good until one day, Justice books himself in a 3 falls match for the world title. I'm thinking, okay, whatevs. He can't be tougher than the other guys I beat like Beast Destroyer, Ace Blade, and what was his name? Shampoo, ShamWow, Shamalama Ding Dong, Shamhawks and Gravy, Sham something, I can't remember. Anyway, it's a 3 falls match when Justice beats me for 1 fall and only 1 fall. When some other paid-off punk runs down to the ring to cash in a briefcase nobody knew he had. At this point, I'm excused from the match, as Knight Harvey would put it, and Justice was handed my world title. At that point, I was fired from NPON. My talk show was canceled after receiving the highest ratings of any talk show in NPON history. My sponsors all dropped me, and I couldn't pay my bills, so I was penniless on the streets. When I came back, much to the management's chagrin, I told you all the truth. I told you exactly what kind of sycophant piece of shit Justice Blackwell is. Some of you heard me, most of you didn't. So if you were one of the people that thought I was just a bully, I'm going to say this one more time for you to reflect on recent events and remember that I've been saying this for a while. Fuck Justice. Fuck Justice and his douchebag ass kissers. I told the rest of Deadly Justice exactly what kind of turd Justice Blackwell was, but they didn't see it then. They see it now, though. Well, most of them. Breon has a saddle wrapped so tight around Justice's Johnson that he's going to be riding his dick until Rob Harris wins a title. That will be a very long time. So, he disgraces his faction and turns on them. Guys that would ride or die with Justice, and he treats them like R. Kelly treats 15-year-old girls. He just pisses all over them. It must be a Chicago thing. In fact, Justice now thinks he has musical talent. Really? Yo, this motherfucker can't hold a note if he farts into a harmonica. Dude is straight tone deaf. Listen, I don't talk about some of the disgraceful, horrible things I had to do to eat when I was kicked out of NPON. It's a part of my life that I'm ashamed of. However, Justice knew what I was doing to get by, because he had eyes on me the whole time. Look, I'm not proud of what I did, but I had to survive out there. Times were hard. I have a video clip I'm going to run to show you one of the things I was forced to do to make money. It's a shameful thing, so if you have children at home watching this, please cover their eyes and ears or take them in the other room because the video you're about to see is not suited for children. It was a terrible time in my past that I hate to revisit, but you need to know the lengths I had to go to in order just to survive the harsh reality Justice Blackwell forced me into. So if you're all ready, go ahead and run the clip. Do you have any idea how desperate you need to be to sing lead for a Michael McDonald cover band? This has to be the lowest point in my life, and I had my ass hanging out of my pants for 3 years. I'm sorry you all had to witness that, but I need you to know just how hard it is out here for a Deuce. So now that you all have seen my shame, I can't help but think that Justice forming this band is yet another shot at me. Even after I lost my rematch for the title, he still gotta fuck with me for some reason. Speaking of which, I'm now at peace with the fact that I lost the title. I was out of shape and I wasn't ready. It's cool though. I will be again, one day. But until then, someone else was ready. Crazy J. Jay was in Justice's faction, and it seems Justice figured Crazy J would just roll on his back and give Justice an easy title defense. It seems Crazy J never got that memo though. Justice lost the world title to Crazy J at Crucible of Champions. And since all matches at Crucible were winner-take-all matches, there was no rematch guarantee for the title, and Crazy J has been your world champion ever since. Crazy J was ready. He truly deserves the honor of the title. Justice seemed to show the same sportsmanship. That is until he showed his true colors last Mayhem. He weaseled out of a match for the tag titles, leaving Crazy J to get concussed by Born to Reign. Then, on Dragon Gate, Jay was booked in a match against me. Now, I've fought Crazy J before, and the Crazy J I fought on Dragon Gate was not the same fierce competitor we know him to be. He was still pretty out of it. He had to be, because I never should have beat him as easily as I did. I realized this as the ref finished his count, but at that point, I noticed bitch-ass Blackwell rolling up behind me to sweep up the scraps. I know what Justice is trying to do. He can't fool me. He wants to keep Crazy J in an injured haze so that when he gets another title shot, Crazy J is still not the same champion he truly is. The Deuce could not abide. So I ran in and put an end to Justice's plan. I threw his ass out the ring when Peon Johnson and some ugly chick I don't know the name of sucker punched me from behind. That's how Justice rolls. So again, in case you haven't been watching for the last 4 months, fuck Justice. Earlier in the same night, the same two bitches attacked Outlaw backstage while I happened to be walking past trying to find a burrito. Because of this heroic action of mine, I never found that burrito. I had no idea Justice was involved with that at the time. It wasn't until the same two hench bitches attacked Crazy J and myself that I put 2 and 2 together. That's when I realized that I had something in common with Outlaw and Crazy J. All 3 of us were used and discarded by Justice Blackwell. So, later on I found the kitchen and was making my own damn burrito when Outlaw and Crazy J wandered in. At first, I was thinking they wanted to take my burrito and that shit sure as fuck wasn't happening, but it turns out we got to talking. Since Justice is trying to use the numbers game to his advantage, we too would be better off together against our common enemy. You know, the enemy of my enemy and all that, so we decided to join forces. We ain't calling this a faction, we don't have a leader because no one is trying to compensate for a small penis or anything like that. We aren't going to color coordinate like some dumbass boy band. We are simply 3 individuals with a like-minded goal and no power over each other. We are more like regulators, if you will, regulating the tyranny of Justice Blackwell. That said, we all noticed that Justice gained a 4th at Dragon Gate as well. My oldest friend in N-Pawn, Six Machiavelli. He also did it by screwing yet another fierce competitor out of the title. We are only 3 at the moment, and I don't know what Six is thinking or going through. I fought him on Havoc, and he got the drop on the Deuce. But look, Doc Seuss, our door is open if you choose to accept the invite. We know you got a grudge, and so do we. In fact, our door is open to the entire locker room. Justice and his merry band of fuckwads need to be stopped, and you don't have to do it alone. So come see me, Crazy J, or Outlaw if you too decide that you've had enough of his bullshit and want to see him singing Michael McDonald covers. You don't have to bring a burrito, but it wouldn't hurt. Deuce, deuce!
I just dropped the deuce in the family. So that extended clip like a banana. I just dropped the deuce up in the family. And I don't fuck with 12, so I don't read them around.